time, I'm actually in the pi direction too. And then 3 pi over 2, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
Yes. How are you all? Hi, Ritik. What's coming up next? Do you know in school? How was your semester exams, Ritik? Nitin, how was your semester exam?
Semester exams?
Yes.
Um, like from last year or
Yeah, you had your semester exams, right? No, no.
yeah,
Oh, you didn't have, before the spring break?
no, that's we had that like last 9 weeks, like
Oh,
second.
I see. Okay, I got it. But yeah, what are they doing in school? Oh, school reopens tomorrow, is it?
It's Tuesday for me.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay, Naisha, how about you, ma? When does school reopen?
Monday.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Oh, so you all okay. So what was last done, Naisha?
The last thing we did was we were learning about like polar coordinates and rectangular coordinates and how to like switch in between and
It's okay. See that I wanted to we did, but I wanted to review that and then move on to graphing. How about okay, that's it. Nidhi, what was the last thing you did?
I think the last thing we did was the test over inverses and app what's it called? Inverses and something else, I forgot.
That's in Trigama.
Yeah, it was trig. The other thing I'm pretty sure was equations and inequalities.
Oh, I see. Trig inequalities, huh? I see. Okay. We'll do polar coordinates and polar graphs. Okay. So just a review of what we already did, I'll do, and then I'll get into conversion from polar coordinates to rectangular coordinates to polar coordinates, and then we'll see complex numbers, and then we'll go to the polar graphing. Okay. So what tool do you use? Have you started polar graphing, Naisha? Have you started polar graphing, Naisha? Naisha,
Yes, Auntie.
you've started polar graphing?
We got one day to study all of it, and then the next day we had a test. So I already took a test over all of that.
Oh, graphing?
Graphing and then switching between and everything.
Oh, nice. Did they discuss complex numbers with you?
Yeah, they touched over it, but it wasn't on the test. So I know how to do them, but I haven't been tested over them.
Miss Priya, I think you're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. Do you know how to graph this? Naisha, I know that you know. How about the others? Guys, do you all remember or do you want me to go over this? You have to let me know, guys.
I remember.
Sorry, what was that you said?
I remember.
Oh, you remember. Okay. So -3 is away. When there is a negative, this is of the form r comma theta. Nidhi, do you remember, ma?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is of the form r comma theta. So when there is positive, it's towards the angle. Negative means away from the angle. Okay. So now -3 comma 7 pi by 6, right? 7 pi by 6 is 7 pi by 6. 7 pi by 6 is here. -3 is away means 1, 2, 3. Does it make sense? What are the other three ways of referring to this? What are the other three ways of referring to the same coordinate? One is -3 comma 7 pi by 6. And what are the other three ways of referring to the same coordinate? Do you all remember that? I would like to get that from you. If you don't
It's-
remember, just please let me know in the chat so we can go over that.
Do you want us to send the other ways in the chat?
Yeah, ma, send it in chat. We'll go to circles, limicons, and roses. I think that should be good for you guys. We'll also do conversions. Let's see where we go from there.
Wait, Miss Priya,
Yeah, ma.
do you think you can go over the other three ways?
Yeah, meaning what, ma? I don't remember. Okay, could you cover the other three ways? Okay, vaguely remember. I don't remember.
Do you
Okay.
think you
Yeah, no problem, ma. Do you remember, Ritik? Do you no problem, ma. Dhyani, I'll go over it. Ritik, do you remember?
I'm not sure that one.
Okay. See, okay. Well, rather than memorizing, right? Naisha, can I get your answers? So let's see this one. -3 comma 7 pi by -3 comma 7 pi by 6 is this, right? So why is it -3 comma 7 pi by 6? From 7 pi by 6, from this line, it's away from that line, meaning opposite to that line. This -3 indicates that's the third circle. Units, 3 units away from the pole. So here -3, third circle, here it's away from 7 pi by 6. It's away from this. So opposite to this. So this is this. This point is this. However, the same point, right? It makes an angle of what? Pi by 6, right? If you go in this direction, it's pi by 6. So I can as well say it as 3 comma pi by 6. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
And then what other angles is it making? See, there should be two positives, two negatives. Okay. One, we have one negative, one positive. Let's find out the other negative. So we put a -3. It's away. So I have to indicate this angle. What is this angle? One way, if I go through, it's 7 pi by 6. But if I go through this way, how much is it? It's
5
12 pi by
6.
6 minus 7 pi by 6, right?
5 pi by
Minus
6.
8. Yep. So that would be minus 5 pi by 6. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what is the other positive way? Meaning I should have put a comma here. Nitin, are you following Nitin? Nitin?
Yeah, I'm lagging a lot.
Okay, so the other way, positive, we are referring to the angle 3 comma pi by 6. What is the other way of referring to the same angle pi by 6? Can I do this? I already went in this direction. Can I go in this direction? If I go in this direction, that becomes 12 pi by 6 minus pi by 6. So that will be minus 3 comma. Where is the other way, ma? Naisha. Oh, yeah.
Wait,
Oh, yeah. So this is a positive 3 comma. Yeah, I got it. Naisha, I got it. So, but Naisha, that seems incorrect, right? Your answer?
yeah, I think I'm.
The third one. Okay, let me finish and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
we'll come back to your answer. Okay. So positive 3 we have. Pi by 6 is the angle. Positive 3 pi by 6 is the angle when I went anti-clockwise direction. When I went anti-clockwise direction. Right. So now let me go the other way, in the sense, let me go in the clockwise direction. So what happens when I go in the clockwise direction? It's 2 pi minus that pi by 6. 2 pi minus pi by 6 is 12 pi by 6 minus pi by 6 is 11 pi by 6. So that would be minus 11 pi by 6 because you go in the clockwise direction. Any questions? Dhyani, did you get it? Dhyani?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to remember it a bit.
Okay, so basically, let me quickly review this. How do you do? If you're given one angle, I'm going to erase all this off. So I plotted this point. Let me plot this point for you. So how am I to denote using 4 points? One is go in the clockwise direction. Okay, so towards, meaning if you're considering this angle, I can consider this angle or I can consider this angle for this one. Okay, first let me consider this angle. Okay, when I consider that angle, if you go ordinary, meaning in the anti-clockwise direction from the x-axis, right, whatever is the angle is your angle. The other angle that you can indicate is 2 pi minus that theta. 2 pi minus that theta is the other angle, but for the same pi by 6. But do you see? So it will be a positive, meaning for that angle pi by 6, how do you indicate that angle? One is just pi by 6. Okay, and that R will be your whichever circle it is. If you go in the clockwise direction, then it becomes 2 pi minus that angle, but negative of it because you're moving in the clockwise direction. When you come to the opposite side, right, the same thing can be indicated. Let's say we plotted here, right? It can become a negative R. Okay, it can become a negative R. Here this was R comma pi by 6. Here this was R comma minus 2 pi minus of 2 pi minus theta. Here it can be minus R. Both ways it can be minus R. But then what will be the angle? How to indicate that angle? So basically, when you travel in the anti-clockwise direction, it's this angle 7 pi by 6. Or it can be, when you travel this way, it can be a negative angle, but then 2 pi minus 7 pi by 6 minus r comma. Make sense? Okay. Let's review, meaning I don't think this is enough. Let me quickly give you one another problem and then see. I don't want to go to graph. How about this? Actually, we did this before. I don't know whether you guys remember. How about this? 4 comma 135 degrees. How do you want to represent this in 3 other formats? 4 comma 135 degrees. It's in degrees and it's not in radians. What are the other 3 ways of indicating the same angle? And you can also give me 2 comma pi by 6. With this, we'll move on, guys, please. I really want to go to graphs. You're able to get, if you're not able to get it, let me know, guys. So that way I'll explain again once more and then move on. Double loop song. Is it not okay? Mhm. Did you get it? Or do you want me to, if you want me to go over, you have to just let me know that as well in the chat.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Supraj, you're too quiet, Supraj.
I sent my answer.
Yeah, I got it, man. I got it. Wow, Supraj, that's right. Nidhi, you answered both in pi, yeah, Nidhi. Okay. That seems right. Mm, Nidhi, is it 4 comma? Oh my gosh, 4 comma 3 pi by 4 minus 5 pi by 4. What did I give you? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nitin, did you get it? Dhyani, I didn't get your answer.
I didn't get it yet.
Okay. Did you understand how to do that?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay. Not really. Okay.
No.
See, Nitin, 135 falls where? 135 somewhere here, right?
Yeah.
4 means the fourth circle, let's say. Let's say this is 4. Let's say this is your coordinate 4 comma 135, right? This is the point, right? So here, how do you find out from here what is the angle? This is 135. It's already written 4 comma 135. 4 is 1 1 2 3 4 4 comma 135, right? For the same angle, how do you define that same angle in the anti-clockwise direction? 360 this angle is what? 360 minus 135, correct?
Yeah.
So it would be, I will literally do 360 minus 135. 220, it's 225, right? So in
Yeah.
that case, what I'll do, this is negative angle. Whenever you go in the clockwise direction, it's negative angle, negative 225, but the same 4 comma. Make sense?
Yeah.
But for the other two in the sense, there are 2 more ways of showing the same thing, right? For that, what would you do? For that one, what I'm saying is, you can as well indicate this angle, whatever will be the opposite of 135, meaning in this you can mark your angles. So that would be 315, right? However, you can indicate that angle, okay? Meaning, what is this angle? meaning you can indicate this ray, but what is that angle? What is that angle in clockwise and anti-clockwise? It's in the anti-clockwise direction, it's 315, the same thing. Same thing, 4 will be there, but your point is on the other side. So this becomes minus 4, comma 315. Okay, whereas when you go in the clockwise direction, your angle is negative, right? So what do you do? 360 minus 315, 45. You got it?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So like that, for this one, Dhyani, did you get it? At least this one I want all of you to solve. 2, comma 5 by 6, Dhyani and Nitin.
Yeah, I think I got. Wait, could you explain the -4, -45 again?
-4, -45. For the Seema, when 135 was here, right? Right? 4, comma 135, right? I went like this, ma. You got it?
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah.
both the positive angles. One is 135, one is 360 minus 135. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. The second one is, what I'm saying is you can show the angle like this as well, meaning in the opposite direction. Okay. However, if you start finding the angle for this, right, your R will become negative. Okay, because it's on the other side, right?
Mhm.
Angle would be whatever is this angle, 315, or in the negative direction, it's 360 minus 315. Got it?
Okay.
Nitin, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so good. Now let's go ahead with conversions. Okay, let me quickly go ahead with conversions. There are the conversions. What did I do with the conversion? Okay, let's go ahead with okay. Let's go ahead with first convert polar to rectangular coordinates. What is this? I'm having, See, we know polar to rectangular coordinates. Okay, remember this, guys. In a coordinate plane, this point is considered as x comma y, right? That is the rectangular coordinate. Okay. Whereas the same coordinate can be represented by r comma theta, where r is this, theta is this. Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Okay. Now,
No.
how do we represent x? Meaning, this is x, this is y, correct? So what can you say about x equal to what in terms of r and theta? Theta is what, guys?
Equals to
Sine
R.
theta.
X equals to
Sine theta is what?
sine theta would be
Y
y
by
over x.
Y by r, right?
Y by r, yeah.
Yeah, cos theta would be
X by
x
r.
by r. So can I say x will be equal to r cos theta? Y
Yeah.
will be equal to r sin theta. That's it. So here you're converting your polar coordinate to rectangular coordinates. Make sense? So the formula for x and y would be r cos theta, r sin theta. Simple. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do problems, but let me go ahead and explain the next one as well so that we are good with that as well. Polar to rectangular. Okay, that we can do by yourself, you can do. And then rectangular to polar coordinates. Okay, how about this? Rectangular to polar coordinates. Okay. We'll go ahead with the concept and then we'll do problems, okay? Because otherwise it's taking a lot of time, I'm seeing. Rectangular. Hey, Vibha.
Hi, Auntie.
You
Sorry.
remember all this, Vibha?
Yeah, I do. It's like what we're learning in school too, so it kind of makes sense.
Oh, nice. Okay, rectangular to polar coordinates. How do we do? You're given rectangular coordinates.
Is it inverse sine and inverse cos?
What, ma?
Is it inverse sine, inverse cos?
Inverse sine, inverse cos. Are you asking me whether this is inverse sine, inverse cos?
Yeah, for rectangular to polar.
Oh, no. No. Apply Pythagorean theorem. X square plus y square. It's a right triangle, right? X square plus y square equal to r square, right? So now you're given the rectangular coordinate. You're going to find the polar coordinate. How do you find r and theta, the polar coordinates, right? R will be equal to square root of x square plus y square. Makes sense? Whereas how to find out theta? Theta will be equal to, when you think about it like this, if you think about it, think out loud, how is theta? Tan theta will be equal to what? Y by x. So I can write theta equal to tan inverse of y by x. That's it. These two are your formulas. This is your formula. Did you understand how the formulas came into picture?
Yeah.
Okay, all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You have to understand how the formula came into picture. Then only we'll be able to do the proper values. I'm going to give questions on that. Can I erase this? Dhyane, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? Can we take up 4 comma 5 pi by 4? 4 comma 5 pi by 4. Naisha, for polar graphing, do you do GeoGebra or do you do Desmosma?
We use Desma, and then we also did on paper and all that.
Paper is okay, but have you used GeoGebra?
No.
Okay, GeoGebra is very good. Okay, let's see. 4 comma 5 pi by 4. I want you to convert to, that is in the form of r comma theta, right? Can you convert it to x comma y? Try, guys. If you're stuck, you have to ask though. I'm thinking you're working on it. Okay, sure, Supraj. Can I get this to, okay, so I've given you the polar form, right? I would like you to know, I would like you to give me the rectangular coordinate of this. That's right, Naisha. For the graphing, I will try to get to roses, limicons, circles, roses, and limicons. Okay, circles and roses we'll complete. Okay, limicons we'll see at least 1 or 2 types we'll complete. Done. Guys, if you're stuck, you have to let me know. Correct, Manidhi.
I am still working on it.
Yeah.
Is my answer for the x coordinate right?
Ignore the first. Oh my gosh, I think I missed it. That seems right. Yes, Ritik, you can, okay, I'll show you. You can just simplify that, right, Ritik? So, you can just simplify that, right, Ritik? The answer for you was 4. What did you put? 4?
Square root.
No, yeah, square root. 2 divided by 2 you put, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here you can simplify that, right, Ritik? So, that becomes 4 minus 2 square root 2.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
That's all. Basically, your answer is correct, but you have to simplify. Now, Nitin, I don't know why I'm not getting answers from you.
I'm still working on it.
Okay, I can do it for you if you want to. So basically, this is polar to rectangular, right? What do we do? R cos theta, R sin theta, right? That's the x coordinate, y coordinate. R is 4 cos 5 pi by 4. Then y will be equal to 4 sine 5 pi by 4. That's it. So that would be 4 times minus root 2 by 2, right? This is 4 times minus root 2 by 2. So this is minus 2 root 2 minus 2 root 2. So x comma y coordinate will be minus 2 root 2 comma minus 2 root 2. Any questions? Okay, guys, I'm going to move on. Yeah, Ritik, that's right. Okay, let's move on. One more, maybe that's it with that. Oh, I have to give you one more problem in this. Huh? So, okay, 6 comma pi by 3. 6 comma pi by 3. 6 comma pi by 3. Okay, the next one. This is polar to rectangular. Okay, the next one should be rectangular to polar. I have to give you. Rectangular to polar is a little tricky, particularly with the angles. Let's see. We'll only consider between 0 to 2 pi, okay? Minus 3 comma,
Are we doing the one on the board?
yes. Rectangular to polar, I'll give you. And then we have complex numbers as well.
Auntie, do you want it in like a form with square roots, or do you want us to fully simplify it out?
Square root, no decimals.
Oh, okay.
6 comma pi by 3. What did I give you? 6 comma pi by 3. Huh? 3 comma. Correct. Nidhi, Naisha, Biba, correct. Can I move on? Ritik, Nitin, I'm waiting. Dhyani, I'm waiting. Okay, let's move on to the other one.
I said my answer.
Correct, correct. So now let's consider the rectangular to polar coordinates, but let's consider only angles between 0 to 2 pi because let's not go out of that domain. Rectangular to polar, 0 less than or equal to theta is less than or equal to 2 pi. We'll only consider this domain. How about minus 3 comma 5? I think I will do. Do you want to try doing? I don't mind, but you have to understand that the domain is this. Minus 3 comma 5 rectangular to polar, right? So basically polar, this will be x square plus y square. R will be equal to square root of x square plus y square. Theta will be equal to tan inverse of y by x. Here the part that's a little tricky is this one. Okay, see minus 3 comma 5. First I'll plot and see where it is. Minus 3 comma 5, right? Minus 3 comma 5 is somewhere here. So it has to be in quadrant 2. The theta has to be in quadrant 2. Now, if this tan inverse of this is going to be 5 by minus 3. Can one of you tell me what is tan inverse of 5 by minus 3? I can do. You want me to show it in the calculator? I can do, or take your calculators and do.
Do we put this in for radians?
Yes, absolutely. Because we are in radians, right?
Yeah.
So go to mode, put it in radians. Yep. So now tan inverse of Nitin, are you following Nitin? Tan inverse of what do I get? 5 by
Yeah.
minus 3. 5 divided by negative 3. If you want me to put it in the calculator, I can put it, guys. But you have to let me know. See, here the problem is R is square root of minus 3 the whole square. 9 plus 25. 25 plus 9 is 36. So 6, right? So that is 6, which is good. Now, the thing about this is R is 6. Okay. Theta is tan inverse of minus 5 by 3. So basically when you calculate theta, right, it is minus 1.030. That means what? See, there's a difference in here. Do you see? Theta is minus means you have to go in the clockwise direction. Now, this is 0 radians, pi by 2 radians. Uh, okay, you have to be careful. This, you know, this is pi and this is 270, right? So 3 pi by 4. The thing about this one is minus 1 point. So when you convert literally, when I put pi equal to 3.14, right? So this one would be 3, if I put 3.14, right? I put, then pi by 2 is what? 1.57. So this is basically minus 1.57, right? So this minus 1.030 comes somewhere here. You get it? But actually the coordinate point is here. So what do? I have to add pi to this. You see it? Dhyani, Nitin, Ritik, are you getting that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what will happen here? 25 plus 9, I think I did it wrongly. 36 illiye. It is 34, right? Square root of 34. So this is basically square root of 34. And then this would be what? 3.14. 3.14 minus 1.030. So what happens? 1.030 means 2.11. So it's a positive 2.11. So theta in radians will be 2.11 because you need to find what is this. You see, this radians you need to find, right? But what you're getting is this because there is a negative 1.030 which is in here. So you add pi to it, that way you'll get. So r will be equal to square root of 34, theta will be equal to 2.11. Any questions here? One another thing you have to note here is we try to have this theta, we should have this theta between 0 and 2 pi. Otherwise, it's not valid. What is 0 and 2 pi? 0 and 6.28. Your radian value should be between 0 and 6.28. What you're getting is 2.11 is perfectly correct. But this minus 1.030 is not within this at all. You have to make it fall within the 0 to 2 pi. How do you make it fall within the 0 to 2 pi? First plot where is minus 1 point. Actual point required is here. So you add pi to it. Automatically, it will fall within this restriction as well. Can we try one more? Yeah, we'll try one more. 2 comma minus 6. 2 comma minus 6. 2 comma minus 6. You can do it quickly. It's great. Please. To polar form. If you can give me the r and theta, it's enough. We can move on. R can be in radical. You don't have to simplify. R can be in radical. Theta quick. I just want to see how you're adding or subtracting and putting it within the restriction of 0 to 2 pi. I just want within 0 to 2 pi. Not more, not less. Let me put that out as well. 0 less than or equal to theta is less than or equal to 2 pi. That's the restriction. We just want in this coordinate, in this, within the restricted values. Then we go to complex numbers, 3 plus 4.
Miss Priya, is my answer right?
R is minus. Why R is coming out as minus? Really? Let me see. R will not be minus, right, Ritik?
I think I put general inside.
Nidhi correct. But Nidhi, that's what the minus 1.249 is not within this restriction, right?
Oh, wait. So do you add pi to it?
Why? No. See, that's why I gave this problem to you. Okay, where does this fall? First of all, plot it. 2 comma minus 6 means it should be in the fourth quadrant, right? So basically this one would be what? Square root of 4 plus
40.
36, square root of 40, which is 2 square root of 10. Na?
Yeah.
Then this one would be tan inverse of minus 6 by 2, which is somebody gave, yeah, there are few people that have given minus 1.249 you've given, right? But the
Mhm.
problem is this theta does not fall in this range. This is 0 to 6.28. This is falling on this side, right? Minus 1.249. You have to bring it to this side. How? Let's see. This is your coordinate on Q4. Quadrant 4 has your point, right? And the minus, when you look at it, the minus, what is this? Minus 1.249. Basically, this is this is basically minus pi by 2, right? Minus pi by 2 means minus 3.14 divided by 2. 1, then 5, then 7. This is minus 1.57 radian. When you look at minus 1.249, it is somewhere here, correct? It is somewhere here, correct? But it is negative. So what do? You cannot go to the opposite side. Your point is in the fourth quadrant and the value you've got is correct. This is correct. But then in that case, right, you have to go 2 pi and then come back to the same quadrant. It's not pi. You cannot go to second quadrant. You have to come back to fourth quadrant. So
No.
you'll add 2 pi. Make sense?
Yeah.
If you add 2 pi, what happens? That is like adding 6.28. This is 1.249. So you'll have to subtract this, right? So this is 130. What is that? 5.031. Is that right? I don't
Do
know.
you just add it by 2 pi because it's in the second quadrant?
I'm not able to accept what you're saying. Come again?
Like, as you said, like you added pi to negative 1.249, and that was in the second quadrant. But then, like, it didn't work out, so you had to add 2 pi. Why did you?
Why am I adding 2 pi? Okay. The previous problem, can you tell me the number, ma?
The previous problem?
Yeah, previous problem, we added only a pi. Remember?
Yeah.
Can you, do you remember the number or do you want me to bring it up? I can bring it up. Hold on.
Yeah, could you bring it up?
Yeah, I can. Wait. The previous problem I given was minus 3 comma 5. Okay, let me show you the difference. Minus 3 comma 5. So that the point was itself in the second quadrant.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. When you got your theta value, it was minus 1.05 something, which was
Yeah.
like somewhere here. You got it. You got an angle. You got the array here. Minus 1.05 is within the fourth quadrant, right?
Mm-hmm.
But your actual point is in the second quadrant, the opposite of that. So you added pi to it.
Oh.
You got it here. 2 comma minus 6 by itself remains in your fourth quadrant. You have gotten the array correctly to the right point.
Mm-hmm.
But then your theta value that you're getting is what? Somebody told
Not
me, right?
within the
Is
range.
not within the range. You'll have to bring it within the range. But then you cannot go to second quadrant since you already got it in the fourth quadrant. The array in the fourth quadrant, you add 2 pi and bring it to that. You get it? When you add 2 pi, this comes within this. Make sense?
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you.
Okay. So, but see, with respect to this conversion, the worst part is everybody forgets to add that pi or 2 pi and nobody, meaning several of you don't understand why you're adding pi and why you're adding 2 pi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I move on?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Nitin, did you get it? If you don't get it, it's high time. It's your responsibility to ask or stop. Ritik, did you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Then we'll go to imaginary numbers. Imaginary numbers are written as z equal to a plus bi. Okay. This is the real axis. This is imaginary axis. So it's like x and y. It's like x plus yi, right? So this is called the imaginary axis, not the x and y axis anymore. Real and imaginary axis. So 3 plus 4i means where? 3 plus 4i. This point is 3 comma 4i. Any questions? Instead
No.
of x and y axis, you will take it as imaginary and real axis. That's all. Okay, now the biggest point about this is what is the magnitude? What is the magnitude means what is the absolute value of z? This is a square plus b square. You'll have to remember this, okay? Now if I write it in polar form, r cos theta plus I r sin theta. Am I making sense? This is polar complex form. This is polar complex form. I'll write out this as r sin theta. To repeat, right?
What does this sin mean?
Sin is the shortened version of
Oh,
cos
okay.
plus. You see?
Yeah.
They just picked up this. Off late, I'm not seeing anybody using this, but Plano ASD really uses this a lot. At least this year, I have not seen, I don't know, since we switched to AP Pre-Calc, I'm not seeing anybody using this, but I don't know whether they'll use it, okay? But we have always been using in honors Pre-Calc. Okay, sin theta, yeah. Can I move on? So here, let me repeat this. Z basically indicates an imaginary number. It's like a plus bi, where this is the real part. This is called the imaginary part. Okay, so this will be equal to x plus yi. So this I can write down. Okay, this is the rectangular complex number, right? But the same thing, how to write out a polar complex number? I can write this as r cos theta plus r sin theta, but please I has to precede. Okay, this is the polar complex number. Can I move on? Pretty easy if you understand how each of it works. Vibha, are you following, Vibha?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I go? I'm so sorry, but I have to go somewhere today.
Sure, ma'am.
I'm so
Sure,
sorry.
you can pause the recording, but please pause the recording and come back, otherwise we will be lost.
Yeah, I definitely will. Thank you, Auntie.
Sure,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye. Okay, how about this? Let's go ahead and try this one. -3 plus I root 7. I really want to go to graphing today. -3 plus I root 7. -3 plus I root 7. What is this? This is a complex rectangular number, right? Can you convert it to complex polar form? Can we try that? I really want to show the graphing. I want you to meddle with the graphing, okay? It's not that you should learn everything in the class. Once you understand how the base graphing works, you can figure it out. Dhyani, the theta value last time was incorrect, right? Did you understand how to do that, ma? Plus 2 pi.
Yeah, that was before you explained it. I added pi
okay,
last time instead of 2 pi, and then I got
Okay,
it.
I just saw the theta value just now. Okay.
Yeah, no, I got it. Thank you.
Polar rectangular form. So the basic formula remains the same, guys. This is x plus yi, right? I have to convert it to complex polar form, means r will be equal to square root of x square plus y square. So basically it would be 9 plus 7, right? Nitin, are you following, Nitin?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to do, then I'll do. Otherwise, I'll ask you to do. I'm okay with anything, but you have to let me know in advance. Nidhi, are you following, ma? Yeah, at least I want to see the theta value of whatever you have got, guys. That's what I want to see. I know this is easy. 9 plus 7 is square root of 16, which is 4. This is easy. But theta is tan inverse of y by x, right? So that would be tan inverse of root 7 by -3. So I don't know what you'll get and what you'll do. Let me see. And then if you want to put it into the polar coordinate form, it should be r cos theta plus I r sin theta. So that format I need. But before that, you can tell me what is theta value. That as well gives me a lot of inputs.
Oh wait, I forgot to simplify. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, see, the problem here is, guys, see here, this, please plot it and see, then only it's easy. -3 comma root 7I means it will be in the second coordinate, in the second quadrant, I'm sorry. Minus 3, comma root 7. Root 7 is what? Root 7 is basically 2, 2 point something, yeah. 2 point something. So 2 point on the positive side. Do you see this is a positive number? So basically this is somewhere here. So your actual ray should be like this. But the theta value you get looks like it's going to be a negative value. I don't know where you're going to get though. So if you get it in the fourth quadrant, then you need to be careful here. But your point is in the second quadrant. So, Nisha, you got it?
I'm seeing. I don't know if my answer is right, but I'll send it.
That's okay, ma. Send. Doesn't matter, right? In this class, it doesn't matter. Doesn't at all matter. Send it. At the end of it, I want you to do well at school. Here, ask all your questions, right? If you can send it to me quickly, at least 2 or 3 of you, I can move on to graphing. See, this is the only tricky part. Adding pi or 2 pi, you need to be careful. For that, you need to plot the point and see. Sometimes you don't have to add at all. That is also there. You just need to be careful. Oh, wow. Nitin, I'm checking Nitin. Is the theta value right, Nitin? What did you get, Nitin, theta value?
I got 1.963.
Was it positive? But it's root 7 by minus 3, right? Is that in degree mode?
Oh, wait. Let me check.
Yeah, check and tell me. Meaning I don't know. You have to tell me whether it is in degree mode. But you will get a negative answer, right? Because root 7 by minus 3 is itself negative, right? Naisha, did you get it, ma?
Yeah, I sent my answer.
Oh, you sent, huh? Oh, that seems right to me. That seems right to me. Dhyani, somewhere you're getting it, but what was the real answer, Madhyani, for the tan? I am getting minus 0.722.
For tan, I got negative 0.837.
I got this.
Oh.
Naisha, what did you get?
Wait, I also got what you got, Miss Priya.
Okay.
I got negative 0.722.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dhyani,
that-
I have my own doubts, Dhyani.
that's
Are you putting square root of 7 divided by minus, which is in the bottom row, like this?
Oh, wait, let me check.
You want me to
Wait.
bring the calculator up?
Yeah.
Also, after that, you add 2 pi to it, right?
Yeah, you add 2 pi, Amma. Are you adding 2 pi? No, you add pi to it, right?
Yeah.
I thought you said it was.
Yeah.
Ritik, your answer was right. You have added pi, right, Ritik?
I didn't send it yet.
Oh, okay. See, you're getting the dotted line, okay? You have to go to your second quadrant. Automatically, you'll add only pi to it, right?
Oh, okay. Wait, why would I add pi instead of adding 2 pi? Oh, wait, because
this value theta is the dotted line, okay? Your actual minus 3 comma root 7 is in the second quadrant.
Oh, okay. So
You get
then
it? So you have to go here. Suppose if you had gotten like this, 3 comma negative 7. Let's say I had given you 3 comma negative 7. Like this, if I had given you, let's say. That time, you got this ray directly. Okay, the point is also in here. But if you get a minus 0.722, that is also not correct because it doesn't fall within our range. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
That time, you need to make another circle and come back to the same thing. There you need add 2 pi. You got it?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, so it's important to understand this because this is a major mistake area for everybody. Can I move on? So the
Yeah,
answer
miss.
was what? 2.42.
Yeah, I fixed
Yeah,
it.
2.42, correct. So answer was 4, comma 2.42, Nitin. So when you write this as this format, right, you can write it out as 4 cos 2.42 plus 4i sine 2.42. Makes sense? Or you can take the 4 out common and you can just say cos 2.42 plus I sine 2.42. Okay. Did you get it, Supraj and Nitin?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. I really want to go to graph.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay. 2 special graphs, guys. I discussed this already, but I just want you to remember. So what are these graphs? R will be equal to 4. In a polar graph, what are these graphs? In a polar graph, what are these special graphs? Pi, comma, see, like x equal to 3 is a special line, right? Y equal to 4 is a special line in a coordinate plane, right? X equal to 3 is what? It's a vertical line, right? Y equal to 4 is a horizontal line. Like that, what are the special lines here? Special lines or special graphs? Theta equal to pi by 4 means irrespective of your r value can be anything, 0, 1, 2, 3. If it is 1, it is this value. If it is 2, it's this value because theta is always at pi by 4. So I'm going to get a line for this one. Okay. Whereas r equal to 4 means what it should be irrespective of theta. Theta can be any value, but your r is always 4. So it's this graph. For theta equal to pi by 4, it's this graph. Any questions? Any questions here, guys? Can I move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's go to real graph. Okay. This one you need to understand. Once you understand the base, right, everything will be very easy. Okay. So how about this? R equal to 4 cos theta. See, for the first one, I'll explain how it works. Okay. Going further, I'll let you know, hey, we did this. From there, we get this. Okay. Let's try this one. R equal to 4 cos theta. Okay. R equal to, okay. R equal to 4 sin theta. We are going to draw the graphs for this. Okay. Before I go ahead, right, this represents the magnitude, right? But let's see, how am I going to do this one? For now, I'm not given time is a factor, right? I'm going to give you the table quick. Okay. Let's see this one. This is my table. Okay, you don't need to do, because see, what you can do is you can put in various theta values. If I were you, right, I will meddle with it and try. Okay. So basically this is the R is 4 cos theta, right? So I will go ahead and try all of this. First I'll try theta, then I'll put 4 cos theta. Now what happens? 0, pi by 6, pi by 4, pi by 3, pi by 2. And then I'll keep on doing this. 2 pi by 3, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 6, then pi. Then I'll go through the entire unit circle values, find out the corresponding 4 times cos theta, 4 times cos theta values, graph it. Okay. Instead of doing this, what I am going to do is I'm going to provide you the values. We are just going to graph it. Okay. Where is this? What happened to my graph? I don't want that. Okay. How about this? See, I gave you the values. Do you guys see it? I need a graph. Wait. Let's take a nice graph. Okay, I'm going to take this graph and plot it for you. Do you see my graph? Zero, 4. Pi by 6, 3.464. Pi by 3, comma, 2. Am I making sense? Pi by 2, comma, 0. Did I plot it right? Pi by 3, comma, 2. I plotted it wrong. See, that's why it's coming as a oval. Pi by 2, comma, pi by 3, comma, 2 means the second circle, right? Do you get it, guys? And then let me go here. 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is a minus 2. 2 pi by 3 is a minus 2. Away from that, see 2 pi by 3 angle, away from that minus 2. When 3 pi by 4, minus 2.828. Minus 3 pi by 4. 3 pi by 4 minus 2.828. So somewhere here, this is 3, right? Minus 2.828. And then 5 pi by 6 minus 3.4. 3.4. Am I making sense? Let's do this one. Any questions here? Any questions here? Any questions here?
No.
Also, did you notice that we went over from 0 to pi only? So, from pi to 2 pi, the same circle repeats. Make sense? So here, the cycle is only 0 to pi. Because pi to 2 pi, again the same circle repeats. How about for sine theta? For sine theta, you can do the same thing. As I said, right? Theta and r value are equal to 4 sine theta, right? You can put different theta values and r sine theta values and graph it. You want to do? Let's see. This one also I'll do, but other than that, we are not going to do each and everything, but I'm going to show you how each works, okay? It'll take a long time, but yeah. For sine theta, I really want to show you. Do I have it? I don't know whether I have it. Let me see. I have it. 1 second. For sine theta, I want you to, let's see. I want the graph, right? One second. Cos theta, I've shown you how to draw. Okay. For sine theta, let me definitely show, and then we'll go back. Wait. Second, don't. Okay, for sine theta, you need the table values, right? I do have the product values. Table values will be like this. Okay, I'm going to plot it for you anyway. This one is 4 sine theta itself, we'll try. R equal to 4 sine theta. How is it going to go? You need the graph again. Let me bring a graph and plot it for you. Let's try. Same graph, but I'm going to do 4 sine theta. So for this one graph, how am I going to do 4 sine theta? I have the graph with me. So 0, 0. Then what? Pi by 6, 2. Then what? Pi by 4, 2.8. Pi by 4, 2.8 somewhere here. Okay, pi by 3, 3.4. Pi by 3, 3.4. And then pi by 2, 4. So what happens here? And then 2 pi by 3 is 3.4. Again, it's symmetrical. Do you see? And then it comes down to somewhere here. And then what? 5 pi by 6 is what? 2. 5 pi by 6 is 2. Does it make sense? 5 pi by 6 is 2. 5 pi by 6 is 2, right? 5 pi by 6 is 2. Makes sense? So how is it different? Makes sense. Does it make sense or not?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Guys,
It makes sense.
so r equal to 4 cos theta graph was this, right? 4 sin theta graph was this. Now I'm going to show you a difference, okay? Here, r will be equal to minus 4 cos theta graph would be how? On the left. Okay, this was on the right. Right? Now, for the minus 4 cos theta, right? This is this graph. This will be 4, minus 4. Okay, this will be 4. Now, similarly, how about this? R will be equal to minus 4 sin theta will be what? See, this is positive 4, right? Minus 4 sin theta will be like this. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
Any questions?
No, no questions.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, let me move on now. I just want to erase this off. Okay, we did this 4 sin theta. I wanted to do it here. I did it there. That's fine. So 4 cos theta sin theta we covered. Negative values as well we covered. Now, I want you to understand this one. Cycle is always 0 to pi, right? That repeats basically. Okay, now we are going to do. I really want you guys to understand using Desmos as well. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen where I want to show you, hey, you have to meddle with this and try understanding, figure it out. Okay, this is the base graph, right? From here you can figure it out. As to how you can do these graphs. Okay, let's go to see what meaning. You can as well meddle with this. I don't know whether you do it in school, but you have to meddle with this. Then only you'll know it better. Okay, Desmos polar graph, polar coordinates. Go to the demo. Go to the demo. You can do it later by yourself using polar coordinates. So if I go here, if you want to meddle with it, right? I'll go ahead and try. What did we do? 4 cos theta, right? See, so 4 cos theta, if you want to meddle with it, you start from 0. You're starting from 0. See, there's a slider in here, right? And then keep going, keep going. So from 0, you keep going. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. See, at pi by 2, what happens? Let's see. See, pi by 2 gets to a 0 again. You see? So this is 4 cos theta. How about 4 sin theta? I'll again go from the, see, I want the slider to be at 0. 0. See, go to, the thing is, I want to go to pi by 2. See, pi by 2, it's showing the angle as well. Do you see pi by 2? So much you get benefited when you look at this. See, then when you come to pi itself, the whole circle completes. Do you see? So the cycle ends. But what happens after pi? I said the circle repeats, right? We never saw that. See here. After this, see, again the values, see, when you see the values, you can sit and do the table as well. It's going to take time, that's all. See, the same cycle repeats. It goes till 2 pi. See, that's why we didn't do. We always put the cycle to be 0 to pi for the circular graph, which was of the format. So I can say the format for this one is, let me put it down, r cos theta, r sin theta. The format, this is always 0 to pi, 0 to pi. The same thing repeats basically. So this is r of theta, r of theta. Okay, so this one opens up, this one is up. R of theta is minus r sin theta, means down. And this graph is going to be like this. Here, r of theta equal to minus r cos theta. In that case, cycle is just the same, 0 to pi, 0 to pi. Everywhere it's 0 to pi here because the same repeats. But for the minus one, it is going to be cos theta, right? It's going to open left. This one is going to open right. Any questions? But this one is a very good one where you can look at what is going on. Okay, for simple graphs, Desmos polar demo is okay. Or you can go to polar coordinates in Desmos calculator itself. Other one is geogebra.com. GeoGebra is as well very good to make you understand how these graphs work. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead with one or two more for sure. Okay, how about this? How about this? We are doing circles, right? But this 4 cos 3 theta. The other one, what we are going to do is 4 cos 2 theta. These two graphs will do. See, we covered these two graphs. Which forms did we cover? One is r cos theta, r sin theta graphs we covered, right? This is of the format r cos theta, r sin theta, or a cos theta. I would put it as a cos theta, a sin theta. So those were circle graphs. Okay, now we are going to go to roses, graphs that are called roses. That takes the form. For this one, this is what I'm saying. I'm not going to put tables and values, but I'm going to go ahead and show, hey, this graph is going to come like this, like that. Now, for this one, what is the format? The format is going to be r cos n theta, r cos n theta, or a cos n theta, however you do. Okay, n can be odd or even. N can be odd or even. So here a cos n theta, n is odd. Here a cos n theta, where n is even. Okay, it's very interesting. I'm going to do it in Desmos, okay? Because it's going to take time, so I'm going to do it in Desmos. Let's see. Let me take a picture and I'll go there so I can show you there. This one we'll finish and then I'll let you go, please, okay? Now I want to go to polar graphing again, okay? Are you able to see my Chrome? Are you able to see the Chrome window, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So now r cos n theta we are going to do, right? So let's see. Cos. I'm going to first show the odd one, okay? You see? So let's do from the start. See what happens. 0. See, cos always occupies the x-axis. Do you see? When there is cos, it is always occupying the x-axis. Do you see? So here pi by 2 is 0. And then what happens? You see pi by 2. Well, let me go to the pi. When I go to the pi value, right? Where is the pi value? Huh. See, I am at pi. The cycle is done. How am I saying the cycle is done? Go beyond pi, the same cycle repeats. So what is the cycle for this graph? What is one full cycle for this graph? Dhyani, am I with you?
Yeah,
So what will be the cycle for this graph then?
like 0 to pi.
0 to pi. 0 to pi, because the same cycle repeats. So this one, I can clearly say the cycle for this one is 0 to pi. Because once I finish, see, I go like this, I go like this, and I go like this, I go like this, and come back, I stop here. I stop here when I am at pi. When I go beyond pi, the same cycle repeats. Pi to 2 pi, the same cycle repeats. So I can say the cycle for this graph is 0 to pi. How about, I'm going to show you this one now. Let me admit them, and then we'll do this. Okay, how about this? 4 cos 2 theta. So for 4 cos 2 theta, it's a little tricky. Let me put 4 cos 2 theta. When I put 4 cos 2 theta, I don't want you to see the whole thing right off. We start at 0. See here, cos occupies the x-axis first. X-axis is occupied. Whenever you see the graph is encircling the x-axis, it is always cos. But what happens at pi? Let me go to pi. When I go to pi, where is the pi? Yeah, I'm at pi, right? Do you see, is the graph complete? No, right? The graph is not complete. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Ritik,
Yeah.
so I go beyond pi. Do you see the graph is getting completed only in this? So it takes 2 pi to complete the graph. So what can I say about these? Here the cycle is 0 to 2 pi. And these are called petals. 1 petal, 2 petal, 3 petal, 4 petal. 4 petals are there. How here you had only how many petals? 3 petals. So basically, how can I say these? A cos n theta, when n is odd, it will have n petals. Okay, cycle is 0 to pi. When n is even, it will have 2 times n petals. And the cycle is 0 to period. Period is 0 to 2 pi. Any questions? Any questions on this?
I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
On odd, you didn't include 0 in the
Zero is in odd. I didn't include the zero na. Oh, this one you're saying?
yeah.
No, please. I'll take it like this. I'm sorry. Any other questions? Any other questions?
No.
Having said that, right, I really want to show you the sign and then let you go. Okay. For sign, I'll not take much of your time, but I just want to show you how the graph works for odd and even. And then I'll let you go. Even sign and odd sign. Okay, I can just show it to you. We can do the rest of it next week. Okay, but I really want you to have some homework on the sign graph as well. Let's see. I'll show you how it works for the sign graph. I want to make this bigger. How to make this bigger? Give a minute, guys. I really want to make it bigger. I can't let you have this. This is better. How about this? Yep. How about this? Yep. Even sign and odd sign, I want you to know. How about this? See the graphs? This is what I wanted to show you. So odd n cos we did, even n cos we did, right? So that was, we had 3 cos 3 theta we did. Here we did r equal to, what did we do? 3, we did, what did we do? Some meaning, whatever be the r, that's your 4 cos 2 theta we did. So we had this many petals. Here you had 3 petals. It occupied the x-axis. Cos always occupied the x-axis. So you had 3 petals, right? Now, for sine, right, do you see it is not occupying the x-axis at all? That itself tells you whether it is a cos graph or a sine graph. 3 means it is at 3, sine 5 petals. Do you see? It's odd value. It's only 5 petals. When it is even value, it's 8 petals and the cycle is 0 to 2 pi. Make sense? Any questions here? So we did only the circle and roses graph. Okay, next week, I really want to complete the limacons. Limacons are cardioids. Okay, we'll do this next week and other miscellaneous graph. Okay, but before that, I'll review this a lot. In the sense, I'll give you graph, you have to write equations. Then I'll give you equations, you have to graph them. Okay, I'll stop here. Any questions?
No.
Okay, I'll stop here and see you all next week, guys.
Okay. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Thank you, Auntie.
Bye, guys. Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
One second, let me stop the recording.